Some men who are not manly go out in this world and get their feelings hurt by a female, reacting immaturely to this assault on their ego, to this assault on their emotions. They begin to generalize the female based on their hatred for their ex who dumped them, who cheated on them, who did them wrong. Now the problem that they're causing themselves is they have a distorted perspective when looking at females. So they're looking at them with fear. They're looking at them cautiously. You should be cautious, but it's over caution. They're looking at them with hatred, which is the definition of a misogynist, not realizing that a good woman is a great asset. But the problem is you're confusing a good woman with a dumb bitch, or a good woman with someone who thinks they're a bad bitch. And if you subscribe to me at patreon.com, you'll be able to see that I do a video on the differences between a good woman and a bad bitch. Part of the problem, fellas, and I'm going to keep it real with you, you have some women, you just got to slay her and play her. Might even act like you don't know her if you see her in the mall. But the problem is that because so many men get their feelings hurt and because they weren't raised up in a masculine way, they've already put too much emotion into one female. So when that ends, they can't handle it. And in reacting emotionally, they start going MGTOW, men going their own way. I can respect the idea of men leading the way. I can respect the idea that you don't want a woman who's going to do you wrong and abuse you. I would never say get married. I tell you, word is bond. If you tell the woman you're married to her, then you're married. You don't want the government involved in your marriage because then you're empowering a female. The reason I think it's so important to remove the false ideas that all women are bad, all women are slut buckets, is because if you think like that, you're not going to be able to attract the woman that's going to serve you. You're not going to be able to attract a woman who is going to be able to hold you down if you're not looking for her. To achieve any goal in life, you must be looking out for it. You hear me? I'm the first one to tell you, if a woman ain't worth nothing, treat her like what she's worth, which is like garbage. But if she's worth something, put her on your program and give her leadership. But let me challenge you, fellas. A woman will behave according to how you lead her. I'm not saying you could take a whore and turn her into a housewife, but if you're a wise man, you'll be able to look and see the difference between a whore and a housewife. You heard me? And when you deal with a whore, you're going to treat her like a whore, like a doorknob, knowing everybody gets a turn, right? You're going to treat her like a slut because you know she's like Costco, giving out samples to everybody. You're going to treat her like a dirtbag because that's what she is. But a wise man does not have one bad experience or two bad experiences with females and think that they're all worthless. That's emotional. That's immature. But the biggest crime would be to think that women are worthless. Well, if that was the truth, a pimp could make $1. You heard me? If that was the truth, you wouldn't have any men who stay with women for their whole lifetime and the woman has served them over a lifetime and brought them riches. If that was the truth, you wouldn't look at the data. Married men make more income than single men. I'm definitely not recommending a legal marriage, but I am telling you, when you have a woman to make your life easier, you have more time to work. Okay. For example, when I wake up, my breakfast is already made. I don't have to do that. My protein drink is already there. All I got to do is drink the protein drink, like Popeye, pop open a can of spinach. You heard me? Then I got to eat my breakfast and then I go work out. I saved an hour in my morning because I didn't have to cook and I didn't have to think. Things were already ready to go. That's because my female is following my program. You heard me? And she's a good woman, an honest woman, a loving woman, a humble woman. Here's the way to spot a good woman versus a bad bitch. A bad bitch wants attention, right? The whole definition of bad bitch is based on externalities, based on her appearance. So a bad bitch wants to be in the spotlight. She wants to be in the center. But here's the funny thing. When you look back in time, real women always wanted to say, I stand by my man. These dumb bitches want to stand in front of their man. So if you find a chick who wants a whole bunch of attention, that's not the one you want. You better hump her and dump her. You guys are not going for the right thing. Why? Because your favorite pickup artist or dating coach said he gets all bad bitches. Well, that might be true, but here's the thing. When you're in high school, it's easy because most of them are single or they're willing to play. You heard me? When you get in college, they're single and they're willing to play. You get out of college, the bad bitches have already found a beta male provider that's going to kick out the paper to sustain them. So when you deal with a bad bitch, you're just renting the bitch. You know what I'm saying? You're renting the bitch like a book from the library. You know, you turn the pages, do what you want, but you got to send her back to that beta male provider. Why? Because she's been raised up getting self-esteem based on her externalities. So a bad bitch has been rewarded for her externalities. The problem that occurs because she's been rewarded for that which is outside of her, she has not developed that which is inside. I'm talking about personality, brains, being caring, having emotional intelligence, all of those great things that sustain a relationship over time. Why is that? Because if you're a player like me, you've had some of the baddest bitches in the world. So if you settle down with one bad bitch, her externality is not going to satisfy you over time because you need variety. Why? Because you've been accustomed to that over a lifetime of playing hard in the game. So you know that the externality is minimally valued. That's why you get a woman that you're going to love. You see, when you have a good woman, you're going to miss her because she impacts your life so much. When my girl is gone, oh, I miss her because as soon as I get up in the morning, I got to make my own damn breakfast. You understand me? When I want to make lunch, I got to figure out where the goddamn dishes are because I don't even know where they are. When she's here and she hears a cabinet open, she could be in the room, in the bed. She hears a cabinet open, she'll say, what do you want? What do you need? You heard me? She don't even like me going in the cabinets or the refrigerator. But when will you find that woman? When you're worthy of serving. Huh? You can't be the king. You can't be the boss unless you paid the cost. But nobody wants to develop themselves. They think just because they're born with a dick, they get to lead. Huh? The truth is, you have been ordained to be the leader, but you still need to develop yourself to be worthy of leadership, to be worthy of leading a woman. A woman is fine following you, but you have to have somewhere to lead her. If I'm talking to you in a consultation and I say, what are your goals? Are they written down? They better be. Why is that? Because you need to have goals. Because if you don't have goals, you can't tell that woman how to follow you because you're not going anywhere. You see what I'm saying? So I'm here to help you be the man that you have to be worthy of leading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women or however many women you want.